All right. How's it going, students? It's time. It's time to take that SAT. And I hope you guys are as excited as I'm kidding. I'm not excited at all because I don't have to take it, suckers. But I want to help you as much as I can for what's going on, starting, believe it or not, tonight, and then finishing when you finally drop your pencil tomorrow during the test and celebrate that, yes, you have conquered the SAT. I really want to see just how much you guys have grown as a result of the class, because that'd be great, and some of the work that you guys have been putting in. So here are all the things you need to know. I'm going to tell you what to do outside of the test, what to do inside of the test, and then for those of you who are getting ready for my next course or have friends that want to take that, I've got some info for you as well. Let's get into it. So the first thing, obviously, you need good sleep. If you were considering some sort of Friday night little hangout or shenanigans, something like that, you want to make sure you get at least 8 hours of sleep before the test tomorrow. So please, please, please do that. Also, don't get like 20 hours of sleep or 12 hours of sleep. That'll actually set you in more of a groggy mood. Just get good sleep. Easy enough. For breakfast, you want to make sure that you get a lot of protein and a lot of carbs. You want to avoid like grease and fat and sodium and all that stuff. In other words, eat healthy food for breakfast, but make sure you get protein as well. Anything with apples in it is fantastic. Studies show that apple juice and apples helps you a lot with memory and critical thinking, which would seem useful for the SAT. When you're packing, here are things you want to bring. Ready? This is your entire list that you need. Calculator, which is not your phone, to be clear. Batteries for that calculator, because sometimes they die, and that would suck. A watch. Take a watch. 3 pencils. You don't need more than that. Water in a water bottle or whatever. And a snack, preferably. I don't know. More apples. All those things are going to help a lot. So make sure, take a bag to put them all in, and don't feel ashamed when you show up more prepared than everyone else. So also stop studying at least an hour before the test. So if you're the kind of person that likes cramming right up into a test, it actually freezes your brain a bit because it can't switch from intake to output mode. And so what you want to do is stop studying at least an hour before the test. My suggestion, 30 minutes before the test, exercise. That does not mean go and play basketball or run a marathon. It means the 30 minutes right before the test, if you've got free time and they let you, just go on a walk. Clear your mind and walk around the building or something like that. I told you about how I would box myself in the mirror. But either of those things is going to help you in that situation. So get your blood pumping with something like that. Say powerful words of encouragement to yourself. I know that starts to sound really hippie, but studies also show that if you talk out loud to yourself and say, hey, you can do this. Call yourself out by name. Nathan, you're going to take down this test. You're going to get the score that you want. You're going to get into this college. It will help your score. Fun fact. And finally, breathe. Just relax. In fact, all the things that I listed, they're important, they'll help, but they're not do or dies. If you get into the test and then realize, oh no, I was studying 45 minutes before I took the test, don't freak out about it. These are all things that just have been shown to help people. All right, in the test, first off, I showed you this during our last class. Answer every single question. 1, mathematically, it helps your score no matter what. 2, it reduces the possibility that you'll shift all of your answers once on your answer sheet, which they're not going to give you any mercy for. And it'll give you the ability to do the next thing that I'm going to mention, which is to circle and come back. If you have something and you don't know the answer, you've got maybe 3 answers or 4 answers, or heck, all 5. You can't eliminate a single one. Circle one of them, then circle the problem number, and then keep moving. Make it easy to draw your eye to that problem with I usually put slashes through it. You want to know where your easy, medium, and hard questions are. So for example, in a 20 question math set, the first 8 or 9, those are going to be easy and they shouldn't take you that long of time. So if you're spending a lot of time on it, just move on. On the harder questions, if you get to an answer really quickly, it's probably not correct. So just make sure you know where you're in within those. And to remind you, if within the vocab section, which has only 6 to 8 questions, those first 2 will be easy, those next 2 to 3 will be medium, those next 2 to 3 will be hard. So that all happens shorter. But in every other section, those 20 questions or so, it'll be 6 or 7, 6 or 7, 6 or 7. So that's the way that you really break it down. Next, your first guess is the best guess. If you're in a situation where you're leaning between 1 or 2 and then you circle 1 and then you come back and you start thinking about it again, but you don't have a definitive reason to switch answers, don't. Your instinct is better than you might think. Studies show that about 85% of our first guesses in these 50-50 situations are correct. So stick to that. Be confident. Next, please, 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 I don't want you to think as you're going through the test that you're slowly losing points on some grade point average that you need to maintain, like a 95 or an 89 or something like that. Like, this is not a test. This is a game. And so every single question that you know you got right because you know the answer, those are just points in that game. For ones that you have to guess, hey, you guessed. Maybe you'll get lucky. But I don't want you guys feeling bad if you feel like you don't have the definite answers to things because, I mean, I didn't get a perfect score, and a lot of people, statistically 99.8% of people will never get a perfect score. So that's really the beauty of it all, is that we can just treat it as a game and relax, which is my last tip. Be confident, have fun. I know that sounds weird, but if it's a game and you treat it that way, then you just get to show off what you've learned, from me, and have a lot of fun doing it at the same time. Now, about my class that's coming up in a little over a week. I want to get as many people in there as possible, and I really love getting to know all of you, which is why I would love to be able to meet and discover and help other students as well. If you have people that you know would appreciate this class and would gain a lot from it, there are two things that you can do. One is help them. Tell them about this class. I mean, they'd be spending, I think it's like $400, something like that, but they would be getting back somewhere between $8,000 and $25,000 in college tuition. And so I think that's a fair trade. The second thing you can do is tell these friends of yours that when they're registering on the website or calling them up, all they have to do is say that Nathan sent them. So on the website, there's a place that said like which friend referred you. Just put in Nathan Eloquent. Or if they're on the phone, just say Nathan Eloquent referred me. That's really important. What it does for me is it actually gives me like more of the wages that I would normally work in that instance. And so that'd be really good to know that you guys like me enough to invite your friends alongside. So just tell them to do that. Second, if you guys are retaking the class, heck yes, let's do this. I'm going to be really excited because I know you guys more and I can talk to you more about that. And we're going to have a lot more fun because I've learned a lot from my first real full class, and I'll be taking it straight into the next course I teach. If you really want to help me to spread the word about this class, I would really appreciate your help. You could be someone to go out and talk to some of the people in your high schools, which is totally possible. In fact, I would love to make a video or appear in person if you guys had a way for me to go and speak to these students. So that's really it. If you feel like you can help me in that, then just message me in this app or with my phone number that's available. I'd appreciate that a lot, and so that would be pretty cool. That's it. I really believe in you guys. I want you to remember that. I've taught every single one of you. I've seen the way that you've learned in class and what your work looks like, and you guys are going to do very, very well tomorrow. So I have a lot of confidence. Go and get them. Take it out. Have fun. Kill that beast. Slay that SAT. And I hope to hear some incredible stories from you guys very soon. All right. Nathan, signing off.